Making money on YouTube used to look like this. Hyper engaging content with lots of editing, top level titles and thumbnails. And then if you are really, really good after months of practice, you might earn $1,000 from YouTube ad revenue if you make something like 200,000 views in that month. And the next month, you got to start all over again. So you just need to keep making amazing videos all the time to make even only $1,000 a month. Now, this is not a really good return on investment if you have to really spend hours breaking your head over planning, filming, and editing those videos. Now, all of this is about to change, especially for anyone with an educational YouTube channel. For those, it's more difficult to get those really high view numbers anyway, because there's a simple way to make way more money than just $1,000 a month with a fraction of the views that you needed before, if you just know how to do it. So in this video, I will show you the 3 simple steps to make real money on YouTube in 2025. Now, the first thing is pretty obvious. You need something to sell, and you need a channel with videos that attract people who you want to sell that product to. Now, before you even start thinking whether you should create a course or an ebook or a coaching program or whatever, ask yourself the following question. Which problem can I solve for my viewer? Let's bring in some examples. Example number 1. Your channel is about, let's say, fitness for women. And then you can go ahead and narrow it down and say, I want to help busy moms lose weight after their pregnancy. This is a transformation people will pay for. You could put that into a course, you can put that into a community, and I can imagine that would be a really good community. You can easily make very targeted content exactly for that target group and all their challenges, their needs, their pains, their dreams. Very easy. Example number 2, let's say your channel is about productivity. You could narrow down and say something like, I help YouTube creators publish videos every week without burning out. Really cool product. Lots of people, even recently, just a few months ago, stopped doing YouTube because they kind of burned out. Obviously, you can change that to whatever you want. You can do without burning out for chiropractors, for lawyers, whatever it would be. Choose a narrow element of productivity and tie it to a useful outcome for a specific target group. That's basically the point. Example number 3, your channel could be about making YouTube videos, and you can narrow it down and say, I help you make better thumbnails that blow up your YouTube channel. Same thing could go for titles. The same thing could go for intros or script writing in general. And that is a very valuable outcome as well. So those are just a few ideas. Now, if you are not sure what type of niche and offer you can enter with your channel or with your ideas, with your skills, click the link in the video description. This leads you to my community where you can post your idea and get immediate feedback from me personally. Just one click of a button and you're going to be in. Okay, so now that you have your offer basically ready in terms of the idea, you need to still have a vehicle in which you can deliver the offer. And what do I mean by vehicle? I mean now something like an ebook, something like a course, a community, whatever would be. And to be completely honest, my tip for basically everyone is to start with one-to-one coaching sessions. And here's why. Because when you work with someone one-to-one, especially if you don't have that much experience with that specific target group and their challenges, you really get to learn what are their problems, what are their pains, what do they struggle in terms of putting your program into practice, what are the things that they really need help with, what are maybe things that don't even need to be part of your program. All of those things you can figure out while working with them one-to-one, and they get basically premium treatment. So you walk away from those one-to-one coaching calls with testimonials and case studies. Number 2, you walk away with a great understanding of what any program that you might create in the future should even look like. So it's no more guessing about what type of lessons should I even teach. You know exactly the lessons you should teach because you've done it already. And third, this is also the most profitable way to start off, even in the beginning, making already quite good money, because one-to-one coaching, one-to-one work with someone is obviously the most high level and high value thing you can do, because you are literally putting in your personal time into making someone successful. So that is basically the win-win-win-win-win situation. Start off with one-to-one coaching and consulting, and then later turn that, if you want, into one of the other product categories, like a coaching program combined with a community, or even an online course if you want to, and you have a great product. Now that brings me to part 2. If you have your niche ready, your offer ready, you now need a way to turn the future viewers we are going to get in step number 3, to turn them into buyers. You want to turn viewers into buyers. So what do I mean by that? Well, the question is, how do we get people that are right now just watching your videos and getting value from it? How do we get them to give you money? And here is where School comes into play. Now, if you don't know, School.com is a platform where you can host your very own online community. It is founded by Sam Ovens and now co-owned by Alex Hormozy. And let me just tell you right now, School is phenomenal. I don't have an affiliate link under this video, so This is my honest opinion. School is amazing. And here is how you can use it, even if your plan is not even to have a paid community as your product. Because a community on School is essentially like an email list on steroids. And here's why. I think a School community is the single best way to collect people, to gather people who are interested in your product and your offering, and then turn them into buyers. And this is how it works. You put a call to action in the description of every single YouTube video you're gonna make. By the way, only do one call to action. Don't lead people to your Instagram page, and put it high up so that it's visible before they have to click this see more button. And this call to action leads people to your lead magnet. What is this call to action? Well, the call to action is offering people your lead magnet. And your lead magnet should be something that doesn't take more than half an hour to make. It should be something short and small, but something that is very specific to your offer and your target group. It should be something that they really want to have. This can be a checklist of relevant information. It could be some kind of planner, journal, a mini course, some kind of framework that you explain. And here's the deal. This lead magnet will be delivered inside of the School community. So in order to access the lead magnet, the people will have to enter your free School community. Now, here's why this is better than just doing it with an email instead. Number one, people can come into the community, consume the lead magnet, and then engage with one another and with you. So you can continue to provide value to them. You can answer questions. You can even ask them questions. You can just have an environment of interaction, which would be impossible with email. Now, the next thing is you can continue to offer free value also in terms of one-to-one calls that might be free in the beginning, of some kind of consulting. You help them to do something, which then can give you the opportunity to sell them into one of your paid programs. The community can be completely positioned toward your paid program. So you can kind of make it feel like the logical next step after you figured out the little problem that you solved with the lead magnet. The next logical step would be, well, obviously you just join now the paid community, or the paid program, or the paid coaching. If you go back to the idea of teaching someone to become a thumbnail designer for other YouTubers, then you can just teach them like the first step in your process as the lead magnet, and then say, well, obviously the next step you want to take is inside the paid program. So go ahead and book yourself a free call so you can see what it's like. And you know, this is the type of idea that is behind that. And now last but not least, of course, when they enter the community, you collect their email address. So effectively, you're doing email marketing, or at least potentially, you can do email marketing anyway. You're not losing anything. Like I said earlier, you're collecting emails anyway, but you get all the upside and benefit from having them in the community as well. And by the way, even if people end up not buying whatever you have to offer, they might stay in this free community if you make it cool and you make it fun and you make it valuable. And they will just keep getting value and value and value from you. And everything that happens in this community, they will associate that with you. It's very, very likely that over time, people keep getting value and they will turn into buyers later on. So let's recap. You have this link. The link leads to School, and inside of School, you deliver the lead magnet. And then you basically just offer your paid product in DMs, in live calls, in links, in postings. For example, one of the best ways to do this is to offer a one-to-one call session, maybe a 15-minute call or a half an hour call that you don't frame as a sales call or something like this, but you just position it as putting into action the information they just received in the lead magnet, or giving them some kind of next steps or extra information inside that call, just helping them to get it up and running. And this is a really cool environment for sales calls anyway, because it doesn't need to be this kind of salesy type of sales call. It's really just you deliver value, and then you just ask them, hey, do you think it would help you if we went through X, Y, Z on top of this? Because we have a program where we actually help people on a 3-month period and help them get to this outcome. Is that something you're interested in? Now, that all being said, what is still missing is, of course, people inside our community, people who are even aware of the lead magnet. So we need to generate highly targeted viewers. Step number 1 is to go back to your niche and your offer and think about and write down and come up with all the pains and the dreams and the questions which ultimately you're going to help them reach. So in terms of the fitness channel that we mentioned earlier, you want to help women lose weight after the pregnancy. Well, you can simply make videos that are something along the lines of 90% of pregnant women make this mistake, don't get back to their pre-pregnancy weight because of this mistake. Or you can say 5 simple steps to get to your pre-pregnancy body, or something like this. So the idea would be call out the target audience in the title, in the whole concept, the idea of the video, address a specific problem that target group has, and then make the title interesting and clickable, and then you just turn that into a very clickable title and thumbnail by just looking at other channels and seeing what works. Especially in the beginning, if you're not such a experienced YouTuber or experienced in making videos, don't worry more about it than just really address your target group, address a problem or pain or challenge that they have, and just show them tips and tricks that are actually valuable about how to get over those things. Because at the end of the day, you really don't need to hold back any information, because people don't come to you because of a lack of information. They come to you because of a lack of actually putting those information into practice. Nobody's overweight because they don't know how to lose weight. Everybody's overweight because they don't know how to put that into practice and actually stop eating junk and doing some workouts. So that's basically the idea. That's the value that you can offer as the consultant, the coach, the transformation partner in this case, and that's why they will come to you if you share your best information. By the way, if you are an educational YouTuber, a business or coach or consultant, or anyone who has a digital offer that you want to sell through YouTube, then I have a community that you really should join. It's called YouTube Business Kickstart. And in the community, you will find my very own YouTube title database, my thumbnail database that I mentioned already, everything you need to know to get your channel to consistently 1,000 views per video. And that's maybe the most important thing, just accountability with other creators just like yourself. Click below on the first link in the description or in the comment section to apply for the community right now.